last week I said I'll prioritize sleep. Oh, sleep. More sleep equals more recovery. Would have been lovely. Look at the bags. A little sleepy. But that being said, priority is not number one. Working is on the priority list, which is more important than training at the moment. So when the opportunity is to do a little bit more, we do the more. And we did a couple of night shifts this week at Prince Charles Plan Hospital Security, which was good. A couple of little extra bananas, aka dollars, to go towards the savings for holidays, which is nice. However, that did take an effect to this week's training, which makes it a bit of a tricky juggle. For I did a Monday night shift, which cost me my bench session at the gym. And I did a night shift last night, Saturday, today being Sunday, which is making me a little bit extra sleepy. So going into next week, I'm going to be deadlifting on Wednesday. I've got to do more because we like more, and I need to make sure I catch up on that sleep and freshen up a little bit, which I'm reasonably confident I can do. The training juggle was very simple, as we know. I've talked about I have this excellent at home, I can't get my finger to point, training set here at home to play with. And when I can't train at the gym, that gives me the flexibility to still kick something over. So I still hit 3 days of training, which is great. 2 in the gym and 1 at home. Check out the training videos. And let me just say, very excited for next week. Next week, it is the team that's heading to Nationals, last heavy training week. Maybe I'll show a few of their deadlifties up in here as well, which should be fun, and they're going to be lifted on, a few of them will be lifted on Wednesday with me, and I've got a nice little 260 schedule, which I'm stoked for.
Boom! Most important lift of the week, the lovely wife, Jaylee, with 100 kilo squat. This is the biggest squat she's put together since having little baby Kendra. So proud of her to be able to reach this 100 kilo milestone. We are just very bloody close to a new personal best, and I think we might see it sneak on next week. Well done, bro. Here we go. 240 plus 20 kilos on previous week. Knowing coming into this session, it is obviously heavier. However, at the back of my mind, I know I've got 1 less rep to do, so I'm only doing 2 rather than 3. I think I really enjoy the mindset that comes with doubles, because it is you focus on 1, treat it like a single, and then you only have 1 left to go. The tricky part of the pause deadlift I've been thinking about this week is you can't just fucking get after the thing, because you wouldn't really pause it if you did that. So you need to manage that effort off the ground and just work on the tension to be able to pull it off the ground. And then once it's up and off the ground in that pause like that, then I can get after it. Super happy with the bar speed here. The 240 moves well, very well. I do feel like I could have easily hit a 3rd rep if I needed or wanted to. However, don't need to, don't want to. Second set coming up, 240 again, same deal. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit heavy. I need to be getting a bit more after it. I am mindful now, thinking ahead to the following week, that next week I want to jump another 20 kilos, drop a rep, go to 260. So the back of my mind, I'm thinking you need to be able to launch this to be able to earn the right to jump to that 260. I'm even at this point now starting to consider what I'll be able to pull in that last week, and being a little bit competitive. I'm wanting to at least equal or maybe even beat the singles I was doing in the previous blocks, which was around 270. I'm thinking, shit, that would be a cool pause. Last set coming up, a little bit of nose music to get in the game here. Great little crew kicking around, supporting and watching there. As you can see, the last couple of weeks I've been trying to really work on keeping that bar close to my body. I am nervous or knowledgeable that the previous weeks before the pauses I wasn't. I definitely don't want that happening with the big one when we go to Worlds. Nice and close, good tension. I'm reasonably happy with position off the floor there. Nice long lockout, grip no issues. Super happy with how that went. Right now I'm thinking, oh, God damn it, now I've got to do the hard pit. And here it is. Pretend smile, because I've got to do some volume. And mindful that I'm only doing twos on, let's call it, the top set, so I do need to get some volume in there. We've got the chains out. Last week was the 170 with the chains. The chains are worth 15 kilos. This week jumping 20 kilos, so 190 with chains, putting 205 at the top. To be honest, feels light in the hands, but it's not moving as quick as I'd expect, so I am getting a little bit tired after pulling those 240s. I am hoping over the next few weeks I can continue the journey of these back down sets continuing to go up, but am going to need to be considerate that I'll be coming in a little bit more tired as the pauses come up. So I'll just see how each week I'm feeling as to how much I jump. I would like to be able to at least maintain 10 kilos a week. So that'll give me, 190, 200, 210 plus the chains in a few weeks. So here we go. Positionally, mate, I could be better. Knees are starting to fall in a little bit. Legs are getting a little bit tired. I am over the bar a bit too much. So I will need to work on that as the weights come up, so I don't just start habiting some bad positions with these back downs. However, I am happy just to be getting the work done. The grip of the gods, snatch grip, gun with a hook grip. This freaking hurts, but that's all right. So does dropping a deadlift bar. I enjoy the snatch grip. I enjoy doing it off the blocks. I'm just trying to get some extra back work in after my set. 140, reasonably easy weight. However, I am feeling pretty tired and beat up from the other stuff. I am looking forward to the challenge over the next 2 weeks of what I can get on here. I am hoping I can continue to push this one up. But again, a bit like the other deadlifts, mindful that it is the third exercise, so I'll be a bit tired. And epic week like I talked about, Monday night shift gone, so that did cost me my at the gym pressing session. So plan B, we trained at home on Thursday. Just pulled out the rings in the back there. We've got some dippies in. I like to superset everything here so I can do more stuff. We trained for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour non-stop with minimal rest periods, so we got a pretty good pumpy kind of session in. We hit the dumbbells here. I used the rings to do some ring pull-ups. I used the dumbbells for some pressing, some curling, chin up, rack above for some chinnies and stuff as well. I think... yeah, there we go, jumping on those rings, and I'm a huge fan of these Olympic rings. The flexibility that you can get and the stuff you can do with them is extraordinary, and they take up barely any space at all. And if my neighbours or the body corporate ask, this is a fancy clothesline that is hanging from my balcony, not a chin-up bar and a set of Olympic rings used for training. Do quite enjoy being out there. Here we go, squatty sesh. Loose plan for this one is I wanted to get a few more reps at the 175 than I did previous week. Bit tired this week, as I said, with the work on that night shift. Still feeling a bit coming into this one, and I do have that next night shift coming up tonight, so I don't want to wreck myself. So I decided to hit a single, see how we're feeling, see where we're at. Comfortable. Feels nice and stable. The weight doesn't feel heavy on my shoulders, so I'm thinking I did 3 last week. I'd like to do a set of 5. And that's kind of how I take this squat session. Warm up, got the minimum standard of wanting to hit some sets with a minimum 3 reds. Hit one of those or 2 of those and see how I feel as to whether it's worth going up or staying there. Happy to have hit 5 at this. I do feel next week I might run a similar strategy and trying to get the single up a little bit higher, and maybe we'll just sit on those reds for some 5s and continue to make that easy. It's a fun one when you're doing a squat session like this, or any session for that matter. You don't need to continually be putting the weight up week on week to seek the more and seek the progress. Little Kendra, yes, it's an easy way to get more. Just add more reps than what you did last week, and it doesn't even need to be across every single set you do. If you do 2 sets with more reps than what you did the last week, and everything else stayed the same, you've done more than last week, which is great. Keeping that back in my mind this week here, I hit triples the week before, 2 reds, just work on those pauses. We hit 5 this week, we did 2 sets, so that's 2 more reps than previous week. Super happy. These are moving quite nice. These pauses will stay in there. I probably should put these up a little bit next week though, but we'll just see how I feel coming in off the bigger deadlifts. Very happy to report no extra shifts doing hospital police, aka security, so shouldn't be as tired and cooked this week. So maybe we can push this leg session up a little bit. My favourite of exercises, the front squat. Not a lot on here, 85 kilos, but I'm running no belt, keeping the rest periods down so I can just push through these. I really enjoy front-loaded squat stuff. It reinforces keeping that core nice and tight for me. It really drives home that upper back work for me, stay in that nice upright position. This is a nice little accessory to have on a leg day. I'll probably kick these up just a little bit over the next couple of weeks. I do love these things at some point. Definitely probably not this training run, but after we finish the Worlds run, I would love to push the front squat up and see what I can get out of this thing. Anyway, crew, thanks for watching. Bring on a big week.